All right, let's dive in. Today we're looking at content strategy for 2024. Specifically, we've got this doc, driving traffic to your website, using content, a 2024 strategy. And wow, it's got some interesting stuff in here. Keeping up with the digital world is a challenge, right? But that's what this deep dive is all about, giving you the tools to do just that.
Yeah, what really stood out to me in this document is how it talks about a dynamic content strategy. It's more than just making content. You really need to understand what works now in 2024 and how to actually use that.
For sure. And it starts right off with some eye-opening stats. Did you see that thing about websites that publish 16 or more blog posts a month?
Yeah.
They get 3.5 times more traffic than those that post less. It's huge.
It is. And the reason for that is important. It's not just about pumping out content for the sake of it. Each new blog post is a signal to search engines, right? It shows your website is active and relevant, which then links up your search ranking so you're more visible to new visitors.
Oh, so it's like keeping your site looking all fresh and shiny for those search engine bots. But I mean, it can't just be about quantity, can it? I'm guessing quality and targeting matter too, right?
You got it. Each piece you create is a chance to focus on specific keywords. Keywords that fit your niche.
Okay, so it's like a laser focus.
Yeah.
You're not just trying to get any traffic. You're going for the right traffic. People who actually care about what you've got.
Exactly.
Makes total sense. So the doc doesn't stop at blogs, though. It mentions a multi-format approach. What's that all about?
Well, the way people consume content has totally changed.
Yeah.
Your strategy has to reflect that. So we're talking blogs, videos, podcasts, reaching people wherever they are.
Yeah, that makes sense with everyone being so busy these days.
Yeah.
Different ways to get the info. It's about meeting your audience where they're at, right?
Exactly. And, speaking of different formats, podcasts are getting super popular. Over 60% of Americans listen to them regularly. Did you know that?
Wow, that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
But starting from scratch with podcasts, that sounds like a lot of work. And not everyone's got that radio voice,
That's where repurposing comes in. You've already got so much knowledge in your blogs, articles, even internal reports. This document has some really cool ideas for using that existing stuff to make podcasts.
Wait, so you're saying you can create content once and use it in different ways? That's smart.
Totally. For example, you can easily turn your blog post transcripts into audio.
Oh, interesting.
Or pull out key points and discussions from your articles to make, short podcast episodes.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Multi-format seems like a game changer for reaching more people without starting from scratch every time.
Exactly. Think about turning those podcast discussions into FAQs, or taking in-depth topics and making downloadable reports. You could even make quizzes or social media posts from the main takeaways.
Wow, so many possibilities. So fresh content, multi-format distribution, it's all great, but what I'm really wondering is, how does this all tie into SEO and driving traffic in 2024?
Well, that's where it all comes together. When you embrace different types of content, including podcasts, it really helps your website's SEO. You're giving the search engines a lot to work with, different keywords and formats, so they can better understand what your site is all about.
So it's not just about making it for humans, it's about making it digestible for those algorithms too.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense. But how does adding podcasts specifically help with SEO?
Think about it this way. When you combine written content with podcasts, you're creating a richer, more engaging experience.
Right.
Imagine reading a blog post, and then you come across a podcast episode embedded right there that goes deeper into the same topic. You can read, listen, or even do both at the same time. It's really appealing to different learning styles.
I like that. And I bet having those podcasts there keeps people on your site longer, which is good for SEO, right?
Absolutely. Time on site is a big deal for search engines. The longer people stick around, the more valuable your site seems. And podcasts naturally make people want to stay and explore more.
It's a win-win.
Yeah.
Great content, engaged audience, and better visibility, all at the same time.
Exactly. And speaking of making things easier, this doc talks about a tool that takes us to a whole new level.
Oh, I'm always up for tools that make life easier. Tell me more.
Okay, so get this. On October 24th, 2024, DHM Digital is launching this software called PodcasterPro Plus. And the really cool thing is, it uses AI, specifically ChatGPT, to automatically create podcasts from any topic.
Wait, hold on. You're saying I can just upload content and it'll make a podcast for me?
Pretty much. And it's not some robotic voice either. It sounds supernatural, like a real person.
Wow, that's impressive. I can already see how this could be a game changer. Professional podcasts without all the hassle of recording and editing.
And remember all those repurposing ideas we talked about?
Yeah.
Imagine taking your existing content, blogs, articles, reports, and turning it all into audio with just a few clicks.
That's working smarter, not harder, for sure. You could reach so many new people who prefer listening over reading without any extra effort.
Exactly. Yeah, it opens up so many possibilities. And this brings us back to like the bigger picture of content strategy in 2024. What's cool is that this document, it doesn't just present PodcasterPro Plus as this like shiny new toy, you know? It emphasizes why this type of tool is so important for a well-rounded content strategy.
Okay, I'm listening. How does a tool like PodcasterPro Plus fit into the overall content strategy thing?
Okay, so think about what we were talking about with search engine optimization. Search engines are getting smarter all the time, right? How they look at content, how they rank it. They're trying to find websites that show expertise, authority, and trustworthiness.
Right, the EET principle.
Yeah.
Showing Google you're a legit source.
Exactly. And a great way to show that EET is by having a diverse mix of content. Blogs, videos, podcasts. It tells the search engines you're not just doing one thing. You're a comprehensive resource. You know, you cater to different learning styles and preferences.
So it's like building a content ecosystem that works for humans and algorithms both. That makes sense. But how does a tool like PodcasterPro Plus help us actually do that?
So let's say you've got this amazing blog post. It goes deep into some complex topic. Well-researched, insightful, tons of good info. But what if a lot of your audience prefers listening to reading?
That's where PodcasterPro Plus comes in. Turn that written content into audio, reach a whole new group of people.
Exactly. And it's not just about reaching more people. It's also about like really driving home your expertise on the topic. Same info in different formats. It positions you as a real authority in your niche.
It's like a 1-2 punch, right?
Yeah.
Expanding your reach and boosting your credibility all at once. This could be a game changer for content creators in 2024.
Totally. And this document goes even further. It talks about some tactics for really making the most of this multi-format strategy.
Okay, tell me more. This is good stuff.
One that stuck with me was this idea of content layering. It's basically creating a bunch of interconnected pieces of content that all support and build on each other.
So you're creating this like multi-dimensional content experience. Each piece leads the audience deeper into the topic.
You got it. Like say you have a main blog post, a cornerstone piece that gives a broad overview of a topic. Then you create shorter posts that go into specific aspects of that topic, and each one links back to the main post.
I see. And then you could take those shorter posts, put them into PodcasterPro Plus, and bam, you've got a series of podcast episodes that dig even deeper into those nuances.
Exactly. You can even go further and embed those episodes right into the blog post. Reading, listening, or both. It's all there.
This is awesome. You've created this like multi-sensory learning experience. It meets everyone's needs.
And from an SEO standpoint, you've got this web of connected content showing how much you know about the topic.
Right. It proves your expertise, authority, and trustworthiness.
Exactly.
So it's a win-win-win. Valuable content, engaged audience, and better search ranking.
Exactly. And the best part is tools like PodcasterPro Plus make this so much easier to do.
It's like a secret weapon for content creation. Okay, I'm feeling inspired to like seriously revamp my content strategy for 2024. This document has given me so many great ideas.
I'm glad to hear it. And as you're thinking about your new strategy, I want you to consider this. In a world with so much content out there, what unique value can you offer?
Right. It's easy to get caught up in all the strategies and tools and stuff. But at the end of the day, it's the content itself that really matters.
Exactly. With all this content everywhere, it's the stuff that truly connects with people that will stand out and have a real impact.
So it's not about just making more content. It's about making content that really connects, that solves problems, informs, inspires, maybe even entertains.
Exactly. And using different formats means you can connect with more people with different learning styles and preferences.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what are some key takeaways for our listeners? What can they do today to start using these strategies and make their online presence even better?
First, look at what you already have. What can you repurpose? Can you make podcasts from blog posts, turn key takeaways into social media posts, or maybe package in-depth stuff into downloadable resources?
Great advice.
Yeah.
It's all about getting the most out of what you've already done. What else?
Think about your audience. What formats do they like? Where do they hang out online? Once you know that, you can adjust your strategy accordingly.
And don't be afraid to experiment. Try new things, see what works, and keep refining as you go.
For sure. And don't forget, tools like PodcasterPro Plus can be a huge help. They make it so much easier to manage your workflow and create more content.
Absolutely. And speaking of PodcasterPro Plus, mark your calendars for October 24th, 2024. That's the launch date. This could be just what you need to take your content to the next level.
It's definitely worth checking out.
Well, that brings us to the end of another deep dive. I hope you found this exploration of content strategy for 2024 helpful.
It's been great discussing these ideas with you.
Until next time, keep creating amazing content and keep those websites thriving.